Quitting smoking is like trying to delete Facebook. You keep saying you'll do it, but then 3 days later, you're back, scrolling through pictures of people you don't even like. Except with smoking, instead of scrolling, you're just inhaling poison wrapped in paper, which, objectively, is a weird hobby. When you were a teenager, smoking probably felt cool. Movies made it look mysterious, rebellious, James Dean dying young kind of cool. Lighting a cigarette was like announcing to the world, I am edgy, I have problems, and I own at least one leather jacket. But now, you're standing outside a gas station at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, paying $12 a pack just to smell like an ashtray. Not that cool anymore. Most people who try to quit do the same thing. They go cold turkey, which sounds hardcore until you realize cold turkey is just a code word for miserable for 3 days and then failing. Other people buy nicotine gum, which is basically like eating mint-flavored rubber bands and hoping it fixes your life. And then there's vaping, which is just trading cigarettes for a USB stick full of mango-flavored regret. But here's the thing. Quitting smoking is actually way easier than the internet makes it out to be. You don't need to hypnotize yourself or put on a nicotine patch the size of a DVD or watch 1,000 stop smoking motivation videos. You just need one trick. And no, it's not discipline. It's not believing in yourself. Those are things people say when they don't know what they're talking about. Here's the real method. It's called the flip trick. See, most smokers think about quitting as losing something. Like, oh no, I'm giving up cigarettes. I'll be stressed. I won't have my break. I won't look cool leaning against a wall anymore. But the flip trick is about realizing that every cigarette you don't smoke is not a loss. It's a tiny win. And it stacks. Here's how it works. Step 1. The next time you want a cigarette, don't say, I can't smoke. Say, I'm choosing not to. It's subtle, but it tricks your brain into feeling powerful instead of deprived. Step 2. Keep track of the flips. Literally count them. Every time you skip a cigarette, that's +1 flip. You can even write it down if you're a nerd. Step 3. Once you get a few flips in a row, your brain starts treating smoking like the weird thing it is. Because suddenly, you're not a smoker trying to quit. You're a non-smoker who sometimes wins flips. Sounds dumb, right? But that's the point. Smoking is dumb. The only reason it feels hard to quit is because your brain is dramatic. It's addicted to nicotine, sure, but it's also addicted to the idea that you need cigarettes to function, when really all they give you is bad breath, yellow teeth, and the lung capacity of a grandma who runs marathons in her nightmares. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about the cravings? And yeah, cravings suck. They feel like your body is personally trying to negotiate with you. Like, come on, just one cigarette. But here's the magic part. Cravings are just your brain throwing a toddler tantrum, and toddlers can't actually make you do anything. They scream, they cry, and then they stop. If you wait 10 minutes, that craving usually dies on its own. You don't beat it, you just outboard it. And suddenly, instead of thinking, I can't smoke ever again for the rest of my life, you're just thinking, I'm not smoking right now. Which is actually doable. You only have to quit smoking in the moment you're in. And if you stack enough of those little moments together, congratulations, you're a non-smoker who smells way better than before. But here's the fun part. Once you've been off cigarettes for a while, you realize how ridiculous smoking was in the first place. Imagine explaining it to an alien. So basically, I pay money every day to set little paper sticks on fire and inhale the smoke. It makes me cough, it makes my clothes stink, and it increases my chance of dying early. But it's fine, because it looks cool. The alien would be like, bro, you're an idiot. And they'd be right. So yeah, quitting smoking isn't about being a superhero. It's about realizing that smoking isn't this big scary monster you have to fight. It's just paper and nicotine. It only has power if you treat it like it does. Use the flip trick, outbore your cravings, Stack up the wins, and suddenly you're free. And the best part, every time you see someone else light up, you get to think, glad that's not me anymore. Which feels way cooler than leaning against a wall pretending you're in a 90s movie. So yeah, quitting smoking is simple actually. Oh, and by the way, I'm collecting donations in the form of subscribes to fund my nicotine-free lifestyle.